Hit the yo, put my heart on the beat, so you might as well take your seat. Need awards for the shit that I speak on. He gon' get hit in this shit if he keep on. Too consistent, no win on the street. Country niggas that swim in the creek. All these boats coming in by the week. Hella potential, I'm reaching my peak. Move like a unit, but fly like a fleet.
What up, man? It's the Unfiltered P.O.V. It's your boy Young Reed in this thing. We got R.I.P up in here.
What it do? We back.
Yes, sir. We got Josh Nixon.
What's happening?
Yes, sir. And we got Derek Braxton in this thing.
Yo.
What's the deal, man? When we on, man? We ain't been at it in a couple weeks, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I think, yeah, you know, hey, working, everybody's schedules change, you know.
Yeah.
We back at it though.
Hell yeah.
Man. But man, oh man, we done missed a lot of shit. Some of it we might not get to, but yeah, the heavy hitters we gonna try to at least get to. So shit, which one y'all want to start off with?
Man, R.I.P. TAKEOFF, man. That was crazy, man. That was just nuts, bro. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, that was not one I was expecting either, bro. It threw me off. Yeah,
that's crazy and unnecessary.
Yeah,
but like most of the gun violence we have seen I don't think should have led to that. It could have been resolved. I mean, like even if the disagreement, I mean, if you, I would rather you fought or just amicably just disagree and still go your ways and be okay. It's okay to disagree.
Yeah.
But everyone definitely go with gun violence. It's crazy. Yeah. Not only the TAKEOFF, but other people got hit too and could have lost their life as well.
Yeah, man. I think the most unfortunate part is like it seemed as though he didn't have nothing to do with the whole situation. He was just
they say bros in the cut chilling like he's always done.
Yeah.
Man, you wouldn't think something like that would happen at a private event. That's what's throwing me off so much. Like you would have thought private is just invite only, like y'all could calm the room down. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been cordial with everybody. And like just hell, man, I ain't never really heard TAKEOFF into too much. You know, it seemed like he a low-key person, you know, took care of his family. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So question to y'all though, because I seen a lot of celebrities and just in general, you know, on the Twitter sphere, they just we gotta value our own lives before we, you know, always want to yell how our lives matter, and you know, people not gonna value us if we continue to do these things. So, which is kind of a common thing whenever somebody dies in the Black community, we kind of run to that. But it was a lot of other people kind of like it's this new end of the spectrum where people was like, we got to stop like using like old school, like, hey, black on black crime, this and that, like, because it's like the situations like that are they happen everywhere. But people was basically saying like we using like old school like white supremacist kind of ideology whenever somebody died, like jumping straight to that. So what's y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all think it's like a situation where, yeah, we do need to be honest and like say, hey, we need to start valuing each other's lives and we got to put the guns down and rap music, this and that? Or was it just more of a unfortunate situation?
I think a little bit of both, for real. But I hate when people do like try to like bring it to that, and it is a lot of times like older people, like older generation and stuff, kind of like saying like, "Well, it's black on black crime." It's like, well, I mean, that's like that in almost every community. It's whatever, you know what I mean. If you live in an all white neighborhood, I'm sure it's not no black on black crime going on out there. I'm sure if it is crime, then it's white on white crime, right? That's in every community.
Yeah.
I would say I think it's tough, like bro. So I do think it's a bit of both. But I mean, it's so freaking hard to go into it because, like you said, in every situation, like bro said, I mean, if you're predominantly in the black community, it's gonna be black on black crime. I just don't like how every time we quick to go against that when I think rap is an art form. Because we talked about in a couple previous pods, like most of these dudes ain't living what they rapping anyways, and the ones that are doing it getting RICO charges now because they're literally detailing everything they're doing. I mean, I think that's something from the older generation because I do think the new generation fabricate a lot of things in their rap because they look at it as just that as just a form of expressing themselves. Like the young dude, think Tekka, like he was saying, like in his first hit song, he didn't have any of those things, but he was like, "That's just that's how I'm expressing myself. It's catchy." And that's how they look at it. I think just certain people take it as like, oh, we're always promoting it. I did see a lot, like you were saying, a lot of celebrities were saying like Lil Duval was, I think one was saying like we can't expect it, like we can't say put the guns down when we steady promoting it. So I mean, like it's
Yeah, I did
mixed,
see that.
but it's just like I mean I get it, but that shouldn't devalue my life just because I rapped about these things. So
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. I think it'll be tough to change. I honestly, and I don't know the answer for that because I'm definitely guilty of it. I listen to it all the time.
yeah. What about you, Easy?
Uh, I think I look at it two different ways. I look at it as like the hip hop, or the famous people world, and then the people that's not. Um, when it comes to like music, what other genre are you dying? You know what I'm saying? They die from like a drug overdose or old age or something. They just ain't getting shot at a high level like this. Like we just looking at the big rappers. There's so many like people that's just known in a city dying that I always scroll and look on like all these blogs. Like, damn, it's crazy. But then on the flip side, it's like y'all rapping and want to live this life. You know what I'm saying? What else do you expect? But
Yeah,
I mean, like Ree said, it's in every race that this is going on. Ours is just public size the most. You know what I'm saying? It's just black on black, Black Lives Matter. It's just man, it's irritating. It's hard to explain, bro. What you think?
yeah. Honestly, bro, like in most situations, I would say like yeah, I do agree with what Josh said. Like that don't mean that like my life is devalued. And in a lot of situations, I do think like yeah, man. I mean, it's just an art form and it's an expression and stuff. But I do think that like we would be lying to ourselves if we act like rap ain't somewhat destructive. At least the rap that's like mainstream promoted is not somewhat destructive because yeah, most of them not living that life, but it's like it's kind of the influence. I mean, now granted, it's not their job to raise nobody's kids, but at the same time, we always look into these people and kind of putting them on this pedestal to where they like we giving them a voice. Like a lot of rappers nowadays, they also being used as like tools for like promoting a lot of shit. So like and I mean, yeah, I mean, not even just nowadays, but rap and music in general has always been used as a tool to like promote things through advertisement and all that. And it works because they have influence, no matter how much you do or don't want that to be true. So like yeah, it's a lot of them that hop on in the booth on the computers on social media and stuff like that and be like, I ain't a rapper, I'm really about this. And there's kids that's like pretty much trying to like do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a little bit unrealistic for us to like always act like that they just doing like they just being expressive is like, yeah, but you like being destructive at the same time too. So it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like there has to be some type of like middle ground. I'm not going to blame like somebody like that situation on rap music though. That situation with Takeoff specifically, I don't think has nothing to do with rap music, but I do think that it was a little bit like the situation in itself was just crazy when you think about it. Cause like another thing that I saw was people was like, well, because a lot of people already know they was like, well, why are you shooting dice? Like go to a casino, and people was like, well, that don't I mean, regardless, like somebody if a person want to do like regular like people stuff, they should be able to do it. And I'm like, yeah, in some situations, but like shooting dice, bro, like street dice. Not we're not talking about casino style dice. We're talking about like the street dice, whether you do two dice or three dice. We all done been in a real dice game before, and everybody know when it come to that, it's two ends to that spectrum when it come to dice, especially if you shooting with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the one person who up and gonna be kind of like happy, and it's the one person that's down that's about to be pissed off and upset. And it's like I don't think no matter how friendly you do it, I don't think it's you'll ever have a situation where like everybody walk away happy in a dice game. It's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just
Right.
feel like that's why like that whole situation played a part and their emotions was high as hell. So I just feel like this is stuff you can't do. You can't do this type of stuff once you become that popping. You
Right.
shouldn't do it in general. You know what I'm saying? But are that the same thing that this environment, this culture, all this shit, we kind of promote it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if anybody got something.
I got something to add to that. I think that if we being like 100% honest, I think that that type of music and like just like street figures and shit, that shit, I mean, it is kind of a part of our culture, you know what I mean? It's in movies and TV, or you know what I mean, music. It's in everything, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people latch on to that, you know what I mean? Just like Lil Tecca, like you said, he's talking about shooting people and doing all types of crimes, which he ain't never done none of that or even thought to do none of that. But it's just that like it's
Lord,
so,
Taker.
to me it's so, yeah, it's so diluted that it's like I mean, like you got people like Lil Pump and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the same type of stuff, but it's not looked at as that because he don't match that. You know what I'm saying? He's not black. Well, I don't know what he is, but I don't think he's black, and I just don't think that matches up like that. And also with that whole takeoff situation, uh, it brings me back to a point where I think I said it before on here. That checking in stuff is so lame because like you checking into somewhere, it's not like you're not the governor. Like you don't own this, you don't own this city, you don't own this state. So it's like you still putting your life on the line, but just pay the security, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
just pay the security, bro.
Because this situation specifically, if you had security, I think that would have been a completely different situation. Cause like I seen somebody say, usually when you got one security guard will disperse a whole group of tough
Right.
gangsters.
Right.
So and the situation, like I mean, obviously it's all speculation right now, but I think they did confirm like the person that actually like caused the fatal shot was somebody in their camp. So like that's what happens though when you get people holding guns who not trained to use them like that, or probably don't. Dude, probably that was probably dude like he probably didn't use that gun maybe a handful of times, maybe at a range. He ain't like specialized trained to guard nobody. And then also, shit, it's one thing to be trained to use. It's another thing to be trained to use it when somebody else up in theirs. So, and that's the thing. Somebody go from this to they see somebody else and they doing this and that. Boom! Now the angle of your gun is changed. And I know everybody going to these conspiracies and all that, but this is what probably ended up happening. He probably went to go aim that gun and he probably saw somebody reach and he instantly ducked or moved and boom, that's what it changed the trajectory of the bullet. So that shit sucked though, man. I don't know, man. I think I don't want to. I definitely try not to get into the old school like mentality of like, oh y'all doing this and y'all doing that, but we do have to at some point acknowledge that there's some destructiveness to the hip hop culture, like the mainstream hip hop culture. But and I don't know, like somebody said, I don't know if you can fix it because shit now, especially now, because hip hop is literally the most popular genre of music in the world, in the whole world now. So like you think they about to tell people to switch
Them execs don't give a damn.
no, they don't. They
Hey,
don't. They
A lot,
talk
kill
to
him
dog
the
about
next
it.
one up.
a lot of
Mm-hmm.
them promote it and tell them they have to. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or get
So
the dude that fit that persona. You know what
Cause
I'm
it
saying?
is, yeah, cause it is hip hop art. Cause that's the one thing we gotta also not skip past is like it's not that all of rap music is about shooting and killing people. A lot of it, it's a large section of it that's about you know what I'm saying, real life experience outside the hood, going to school, life stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's hood stuff, it's like I'm not hood, but this is what I saw in life, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that, but it's just not promoted at the same rate. And I think shit, what's promoted is what eventually becomes popular. You know what I mean? It's not always like the drill music. Be all honest, like if you would have played drill music 10 years ago, a lot of people probably wouldn't have wanted to hear it because they would have said, "Oh, it's off beat, it's this and that." You know what I'm saying? But it became promoted enough to where it's your taste buds change. So
well, you got people like academics who like when drill music, obviously, like we from a lot of us from Midwest, so um, we already knew about it. You know what I mean before it went mainstream. So like a lot of these people, like people wouldn't know if it wasn't for academics, kind of like making it kind of like like a soap
yeah,
opera, like
yeah.
literally play by play and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
it popularized it for real, like, and that's a person that reaches out to just a large group of people, and shit over
Yeah.
time it just bubbled.
I got a
Well,
question for y'all. Um, do y'all think it should be a law for people that record like the bodies afterwards and like sell to TMZ? I don't know how they would do that because of freedom of speech or whatever, but do you think there should be some type of repercussions for people that
I
do
don't
that?
know about law, but it should definitely be people getting knocked over their head for doing some stupid shit like that. Cause that shit disgusting to me.
Facts.
Like
No, it is.
I find that shit to be so disgusting,
You know how like mad I would get if I want to sing like this, somebody pull out their fucking phone, bro.
bro.
Like I couldn't because they gonna have a light on or whatever. It's nighttime. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
On a lesser scale, when I was stationed in Germany, my homeboy Hughley, he actually been out here plenty of times, but Hughley, we playing basketball and like he went to like because Hughley short, but he can like jump high as hell. So he grabbed the rim and he went to Hughley could never like put it back down because you know what I'm saying. But he always used to be able to get up there, and he like one time went up and like hit his hand to where his middle finger was like literally going this way, right? So like he instantly like in pain, bro. Why everybody start pulling their phones out to take pictures? I was like, bro, come on, let's get you to the hospital. I'm like, dog, what is y'all doing? Like
right,
everybody, like
right.
literally everybody, he doing this. They like, oh, let me see. And then somebody like, oh shit, look at his finger. And like literally people run into the bench to grab their phones to take pictures. I'm like, this is the like generation that we a part of. Is like everybody want shock value, want to be seen. Like that shit is so terrible, dog. Like I just couldn't imagine, man. Like the Kevin Samuels thing when dude died, like people was already confirming he was dead before his mama and daddy knew. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, Kobe. When Kobe died, motherfuckers taking pictures already, calling TMZ to break a story. Like, you know what I'm saying? This opportunistic, like disgusting behavior. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like it's always gonna be that type of stuff. And I don't know if and I hate to now that I think about it, I want to take that generational thing away. I just think now that we got social media and all that, people do it more. I think it's always been kind of a like nasty behavior to where people want to be the first to like break some news. You know what I'm saying? But like now it's just so like everybody's so desensitized to it, man. So yeah. So more people need their ass beat. I don't know if you can like really police it the way you like it should be without it like
I know how I can stop.
uh
If you take a picture of a murder, or I mean, or if you take a video of a murder or like somebody being shot, you should be have the you should the authorities should be able to contact you, and you have to testify what you seen, like what was going on at that time. That will cut that down. That will cut that number down
mhm.
drastically.
Hey boys, get up on
Yeah,
that
that's a
stand.
fact.
People will
Mhm.
not be pulling those phones out at all.
Oh, you pulled your phone out when that kid got knocked the fuck out? Come on in
Come
for
on
this.
down to the station, buddy.
You have already waived your right to remain
And
silent because you
it's
already.
so sad. Imagine like I look at it like this: no matter whatever you post, you can always find it, bro. So you got to
Mhm,
think about they kids, they grandkids, like your people, your moms. That's
mhm.
a fucked up way to find out, man. Something like that.
Yeah, and that's why you That's why you gotta be careful and be like really like mindful of what you post on the internet or what you say on public platforms. Cause like it's some people that have to like, especially when you talking about somebody deaf, like somebody gotta, if that ain't somebody, a family member of yours, like you really making somebody who actually a family member of that person relive it. So like that's the
Right,
part I'm
right.
like, it's kind of disgusting behavior to me.
And it's kind of like, man, like even like in our generation, you know, like we was kind of in the middle of different generations. So like when social media was like first coming out, we didn't know like that was ever gonna be like that public. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like a thing that a lot of people didn't even mess with back then.
Yeah.
So you
Everybody,
know,
you
it's
thought you was too cool.
yeah,
I don't do
yeah.
the internet stuff. Like, tell me that wasn't a thing in high school. Like,
Hmm.
that's why I didn't have a Facebook until freshman year of college because I thought I was too cool. I never had a MySpace. Never, not.
I
Me
I don't.
definitely
e-
did. I
I ain't had
I
no
definitely
was.
Black
did.
Planet. I ain't had
Yeah,
none of that.
I
I
definitely had a
did
block.
have a
I
Black
was on
Planet.
that computer, buddy.
Yeah, I had a Black Planet, but I didn't even
Yep, I
create
had
it.
a Black Planet.
Shit.
My
Yes,
cousin ended up
sir.
Read
creating
the
it.
reason I got a Facebook. He kept
I
saying,
think
man, get on Facebook, man.
read
I'm
the
like,
reason I
hell
got a
no.
Facebook.
Right. I'm like, he like, man,
Gotta tap in.
hey.
You gotta stay up with it, man.
Yeah, the only reason I had a Black Planet is because my cousin and them created it, and I honestly to this day didn't. I probably got on it like one time just to see what it was, but it just wasn't me. So yeah, I was late to the scene. You know what's speaking of that, just to kind of pivot. You know what's what one of the worst parts about being new to social media? Not necessarily us because like we kind of had a little bit of grace. But have you ever seen somebody get on social media now, like for the first time, and then they be posting the dumbest, weirdest, corniest, nastiest shit ever?
Right, right.
Like
Man, that shit. Just
that
reposting anything.
They just keep
ain't
tagging
nothing
and they
worse.
tag
I
you
swear, dog,
everything
hey,
they post.
they send you every damn post like, dog, I saw it, man.
That's kind of
Like,
like when somebody first get an iPhone, they keep FaceTiming you. Like, bro, we
mhm.
don't FaceTime every time we call
Yeah.
you. Like,
Now y'all looking away at each other like, oh, what
Yep.
up?
You looking at the ceiling the whole
yeah.
time.
Hey, man, I'm over here eating. Yeah, that shit is the worst. And it's worse if you get an older family member on
Oh
social media.
man.
Man, they be sending
They
you
will
all the
keep
little
calling
chain.
you like, on FaceTime you can keep just read out.
Mm-hmm,
Man, that shit.
mm-hmm. Call me when you get a second. Like when you just keep calling. Or they get their page hacked for clicking on them little nasty links
Hmm.
and shit.
Yes. Every
Uh-huh.
time.
I see
Man.
you. I know what you
Uh-huh.
did.
Yeah, I know what you clicked. You thought you was gonna see TD Jakes naked. Auntie. That's why you got a new Facebook page.
Okay, they done hacked my page.
Uh-huh.
But
We
even
No,
know.
you
worse,
got
man,
no invites from that one.
I didn't heard that's a lot of older people talking about they got their cash app hacked.
Yep.
It's because you was trying to turn $100 into 10,000,
Uh-huh.
and they
I'm
wiped you
blessing
down.
people.
Oh, for real.
They blessed you, all right. They lay hands on your shit.
I just need
But
your login. That's all I need, IT.
man. But all right, quick pivot. Kyrie. What y'all think, man?
I think they overdoing it.
Uh, so before, if anybody is like listening, don't know what we talking about, Kyrie is as far as today, they just announced that he gets suspended for 5 days for anti-Semitic. Well, they suspended him because he can't. They said what was the exact word? Something about him not. They essentially suspended him because he didn't give a full apology for posting that link to his Twitter. Was it his Twitter, I think? His Twitter
Yeah.
or Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Twitter
Yeah, Twitter. He just
about a
posted
documentary.
something.
Yeah, it was a documentary or whatever. And the documentary is supposed to have had some anti-Semitic teachings and word and hate speech and stuff like that. But yeah, my bad. I just wanted to, just in case somebody who was listening don't know what we talking about. But what y'all think? I think Ron
Hey,
was
can you
going. What
go
you
over what kind of happened? So he is suspended now
He's suspended.
for
Yeah, they
five
said at
days.
least five games.
Got you.
Initially he was him in the NBA. was making like a $500,000 donation to the Anti-Defamation League, which is like basically an association that like is against like hate speech and all that stuff. And then Adam Silver, who's the commissioner, he's actually Jewish. He had I guess he wants to have a sit down with him, but he's upset that dude never like gave like a full apology, because in his most recent interview, he basically said like, I'm not with hate speech. I respect everybody's walk of life, but like I posted a thing. I didn't create the documentary. And then they kept trying to get him to like basically apologize, and he
They
was
want
like,
him to
"What am
say,
I?"
"I'm sorry."
Yeah,
That,
and he basically he's standing on the fact that he didn't even, essentially in his post, he never said he even agreed with this shit. He just posted it. And so of course, Twitter and everybody ran rampant with it. But yeah, it's a more to it. We're gonna get into that more. But yeah, what y'all think?
I think
oh,
if they
hey,
were to do something, I think they should have, like Charles Barkley was saying, I think it's kind of late now. To me, it's looking like the NBA is just doing the peer pressure thing, is listen to the outcry. Like if you strongly felt that, then I think could have been solved very soon. Like you just said, DJ. I mean, he never alluded to it, but of course, with perception in the public eye, you guilty. If the public says you're guilty, then you're guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And I think bro now is kind of on the tip where I think he knows like people wants him to say sorry, because a lot of people are saying like I think he thinks that, but I think he knows like what he's saying. He's just saying like, nah, I'm standing on it. I respect all walks of life, and I'm doing this. And I think he's purposely not saying sorry. Like I think Kyrie's trying to stand for a lot of different things, and I respect him for it. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know if he's going about it the right way. But
Yeah.
the most part that was telling me is what like Jay Williams was saying. I just don't see all this same hate for Jeff Bezos or the Amazon that's actually promoting and profiting off of this said document. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so that's my only issue is like we got to keep it the same. Of course, like
That
yeah,
was my first thing I saw, because I was like, when I first seen it, it was like, oh, this documentary and it's a book. So the thing, it was a book first, and then they did a documentary or whatever to it. And I was like, damn, what did he say? Because I've never read the book or watched the documentary. I was like, what did he say? Then I went to his page, or I like Googled it and it showed like his post, and I was like, I don't even think he had a caption for it. He just literally
He
he
posted
didn't.
just
it
posted it.
to
Yeah,
what's the name? So I was like, what? So then I was like, well, I immediately I was thinking like, well, it's on Amazon though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, why is Amazon promoting it if it's that horrible of a documentary, if it's that horrible of a thing? So that's my first thoughts on it, but I'll let y'all go. You know what I mean?
My thing is, if you're gonna have outrage for him, why you ain't outraged about the book? I mean, about the
Mm.
whole. It should be. If it's that big of an issue, then it needs to be taken down on all platforms, not just him being suspended for 5 games, and like
With no pay.
with no pay.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mean, obviously he posted that, but y'all ain't even like why would I apologize for something that somebody else said just because I posted it? So if you retweet or if you post like a video of somebody saying something and it might not be favorable amongst like different groups of people, do y'all think that you should have to apologize for that, or do you think you just gotta watch what you post?
oh, that's the new hybrid of
Uh,
the cancel culture. Because like we said, I don't believe cancel culture exists, but this is what they try to do. They try to get you to apologize every time if they feel something is wrong, and that's where I think it gets just spicy. Because even like reporters were trying to say like, oh, his reach, right? Just say he has millions of fans. Amazon sells to billions of people, so it's still like it's like that
okay.
argument is still like it's just crazy to me to be
Yeah,
like, oh,
Amazon.
because his reach. Yeah, I do believe he does have a reach as he has fans, but Amazon, I mean, it's Amazon, bro. Like, what we talking about?
I follow Kyrie on Twitter and I ain't even see it. So that's it. That's the part where I was like, what the fuck are we talking about? But like, my bad. What was your question again, Ree? You said, is it son?
like if you post something that is unfavorable amongst a large group of people, do you think that it's appropriate that you apologize for what they said in that video or whatever you reposted, or do you
Okay.
think it's just more so like you just gotta watch what you post?
I think I'm gonna be a little bit devil's advocate, but not necessarily. This is not necessarily what I fully think, but I'm gonna say I can agree that you do have to watch what you post because let's just change anti-Semitic or whatever. Let's say it was a white guy who posted a book, reposted a book from Amazon that was about the origins of the KKK. And it was like, let's say it was about how what if they lied in the book to make it seem like the KKK came from something great that, you know what I'm saying, and it was a few, like say it was hateful still towards black people and all of this stuff, and like let's just say it was Tom Brady that reposted it, regardless, without any type of caption or any of that. I would think that that's a little bit foul, but that is like an extreme. This book, at least from what because I don't want to read it because I just don't like the whole like Jews and like I feel like it's like the flavor of the week right now, so I don't care for it right now. Maybe I will watch it later, but I'm like, I didn't everything that I was hearing about what was said and all that, it just sounds like it's like conspiracy theory, not necessarily like I hate Jews, and I could be wrong. I
About to
didn't see it.
say the highlights I seen was basically said like the Holocaust wasn't real.
Oh,
Jews
okay.
are devils, and it was
Whoa.
saying that
Damn, that was kind of hard.
yeah, and that was like kind of like the highlights.
Cause I could, but see, that's what I mean. I guess that's what I mean, though. Cause I could see where a black person would be mad if somebody said slavery, the transatlantic slave trade didn't happen,
But there
and
are
that,
books out there that says that though.
yeah,
but
but
nobody
look,
cares.
yeah,
That's the
yeah, yeah.
thing.
But it's the thing though. But if Tom Brady were to repost it, then I think we would be a little bit upset about it. This is not me. I am going to say this part though. I still think that it's a little bit out of bounds to make it seem like now he's the one who wrote this book or produced the video. I like not even a little bit. That's way out of bounds to act like he produced the video or wrote the book. Like, because I saw the front picture of it. It seemed as though it was basically saying like black people are the original Jews, which is something that's kind of always been said, and you know what I'm saying, amongst the black, not all black people, but like kind of that woke culture is like black people are the original Jews. So I hear that. So it's like I feel like that probably is what he saw. He probably saw that and kind of got into some shit that he probably been told and was like, oh yeah, hey, look, it's something that's kind of contributes to what I be saying. Like black people are the real Jews, you know what I'm saying? So I I just feel like it's like this situation, it just don't seem as I'm just trying to figure out why the like blatant like outpour of like being upset about this situation. Like, because he continues to say it'd have been different if he said, I stand on what I said. Black people are the Jews, Jewish people, the current Jews ain't real Jews. Y'all did this, y'all did that. He literally said, like, I respect everybody walks of life. There's no hate, like no hate for me and this and that. So then what do you want? You just want him to like kind of, y'all want to bring him down, is what y'all want. Y'all want him to come down off his high horse and be like, I'm so sorry. But that's not how everybody apologized. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part I'm like, he's not at any point saying that anything in it was said that was real. And it, like everybody keeps saying, if it's going to be that, then why aren't y'all saying anything about Jeff Bezos? Because Bezos is right now trying to buy the NFL team. So if you're gonna suspend a player for posting a link to a video, then you should already be telling Jeff Bezos, we can't have you be an owner of a team if you already in your side businesses are promoting hate towards Jews. You know what I'm saying? So like, but that's not gonna be said because I don't know. I don't want to go too far in it, but it's like it's easy. It's always easy to get the worker, black guy, and like always like I just feel like this is kind of like male podcast like banter right here, but I just feel like it's always easy to like blame the heterosexual black guy like it and make him seem like the issue of the world, like you know what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that everything he could have, like his apology could have, or his like stance on it could have been a little bit more clear when he actually did talk, but it's like the outcry and upset about it is like it's so much other shit that goes on in these leagues that people don't get this in much and they get their panties in a bunch. But like now everybody is upset about this.
I
So,
mean, what he got to do? Apologize like H&M and Gucci to
right.
not be canceled. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when it, man, it's just like it
God
ain't
damn.
fair,
Let
man.
me take my Gucci watch off while I'm
No, I'm just saying it ain't fair on certain like it's
ain't this a
they
bitch?
want to highlight what they want to.
Whoa there, whoa there.
I'm just saying they want to highlight
But
what
they
they
don't
want
have
to
to watch
highlight,
it.
man. I don't get it, man. It's just like let's not be one side. Let's be fair across the board. Bezo, you just as wrong, bro.
Yeah, and then Hazy just threw a shot at me.
Oh man, my bad. I didn't know you had the Gucci boy on, man.
Man, yeah, bro, it's to me, it's not gonna ever be fair, bro. Like, it's so much stuff that like people promote that is so disrespectful to black people, and nobody says nothing. Nobody
At
says
all.
nothing ever.
Ever, bro. Like that's the part that I'm just like, hold on, what? Like I don't know, man. And it's just like I don't want to go too far into it, but it's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, that's touchy, man. You know how
bruh,
the world is
in
nowadays.
the
yeah.
moment, it's like, dang, I wish y'all had this much energy for every time, you know what I'm saying, a politician get on. You got politicians who get
Right.
on these on their campaigns and go to different communities. They'll go to an anti-black community knowing that they don't care about black people and really be like spitting hate speech toward black people. And they'll only get like a 10-second segment on CNN where they talk about it and then they'll go straight back into everything else. But y'all telling me y'all really spending all these times and segments on ESPN about somebody posting a link. Fucking what's dude who played for the Eagles some years ago, Cooper.
Riley Cooper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Riley Cooper was throwing out the N-word
Yeah.
at a concert, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking, and it sounded like it was with the hard R. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that shit got like he didn't even get I don't even think I think he got fined. I don't know if
Yeah,
he even
that's
got
it. That's
suspended.
all.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just like I look, man, if this is going to be what happens when you say stuff like that, make sure that the energy is the same when y'all are doing all this, when other people do this type of hate towards us and black men, black women. I feel like black men, like it ain't no everybody, like we always gotta take all the bullshit. Like you say something crazy about a black woman, like eventually everybody gonna get your ass. But if you say something about, I mean, a black dude say something, like we gotta go through jump through 1,000 hoops to explain why it was wrong to tell us that. Because y'all patriarchy, y'all this and that. Oh, where is the protectors in this world? It's like I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. It just damn. You know what I'm
Crazy
saying?
world we live in,
I
boy.
was like, damn, the whole thing. I'm like, I never expected this whole thing to get so much. It like the suspension was the thing that got me. But I mean, I guess it's easy to suspend somebody for that long when you got
I
Shaq.
mean, but look at his peers. Yeah, look at Barkley, Shaq. Everybody supposed
Yeah,
to get suspended. Like,
That's
yeah. When you got Shaq and Barkley and all them on the big platforms, basically campaigning for dude to be suspended and calling him an idiot and all
yeah. I'm about
that.
to say that's my biggest thing. Like, don't call bro out his name. Like, even if he gets
Ain't that hate speech?
Right.
right.
That's what I'm saying. I like
on national
y'all
television.
on
But
national
did they even
television.
ask the man, did you post that? They just like, it's just a share. Like, did they ask me, did you know what was going on? Or I they just assume Kyrie's
Nobody
super
did none
smart.
of that, but because
Right.
I think some of this is partially like a track record thing, though. If I'm gonna be fair, he kind of got a track record of like kind of being a little bit over the top. I mean, shit, on this podcast, I didn't talk shit about Kyrie because some of the stuff he be saying, I don't be agreeing with when
The
he was
earth is
doing the
flat.
flat. Yeah, when he was doing the flat Earth thing, I just thought that was a bit
See,
ridiculous. But
I'm sorry not to cut you
yeah.
off, but even just that stuff right there, bro, it's not like they like I done seen Shaq and Barkley and them talking about him when he be on his like woke stuff, you know what I mean? But that's his belief. So if you saying or joking in any type of way with that, then that's what you know what I'm saying? That's hate
Mhm.
speech. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If he does believe the earth is flat, we all, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you, I'm saying like, you know what I mean? They just publicly can bash him in any kind of way, but he can't say nothing.
Right.
That's just not fair.
Yeah. That's the part that I don't get is like, but I always one thing I'm gonna say is this. Uh when you talk about when black people who get money don't necessarily hang around other black people like that, unless they other black people that get money, and that's not a large percentage. So I'm not that surprised that a Shaq or Charles Barkley would start calling this dude an idiot because of something that he was posted that was like not that favorable towards Jews. Because the likelihood is this, and reality is this: I bet you day in and day out, Shaq and Charles Barkley are around more Jews than they are around black people,
Right,
which should
right,
tell you something in itself. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I just feel like I really feel like if that's going to be the energy, if a person we gonna like for real attack a person for posting a link to something like that, make sure that energy is the same whenever it's anti-black, because it's a lot of anti-blackness that goes on in every facet of the world. So if that's gonna be the case, make sure that anti-blackness is an issue to everybody. Make sure that anti-black man, the anti-black woman, anti-black kids, make sure all of that is an issue. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Absolutely.
usually not. That's the problem. That's my biggest problem. I don't always agree with most. I don't agree with a lot of shit that Kyrie be saying, and I don't really. I can't say I agree or disagree with this whole Jewish thing because I ain't even looked into it. But I just feel like the energy that's been put into it is. I'm almost to the point where I don't even know where anti-Semitism even mean anymore. Because I like it just sounds like if it's something that you just don't like and it happens to somewhere in some way kind of relate to being Jewish, like then it becomes you're anti-Jew. So like I mean anti-Semitic. So that's the part I'm like, I don't know. I guess I don't get it. I get it, but I guess I don't understand the full umbrella of it. So
I think it's kind of used a little too lightly because like I think even in conversations when like just when you try to have regular conversations or anybody that's like a public figure or NBA player or whatever says anything, it's like it doesn't matter what they say. As you can see, you don't even have to say anything. If you make a post of something that somebody else wrote, then that just means that does not mean that. That doesn't
yeah,
necessarily mean that, because if your belief is that black people are, what I mean, the real Jews, then don't you have the right to believe that? But I don't think that sometimes you could like get a synopsis of something and not really know in detail what that book or that documentary is really about. You know what I'm saying? Or what they're really
mhm.
saying in there. Because like the stuff that Josh was just saying, like that popped up in the book, I didn't even know that because I haven't read the book or I haven't seen the documentary. I just seen like a quick synopsis of what the book is supposed to be about. You know what I mean? The general idea of it, but I mean, shit. Who's to say he didn't just see like a clip for that or like see the preview of that and be like, okay, yeah, I am with that. Even though I ain't watched it, I'm a what I mean, share it just to let people know that like that's my stance. But that's why sometimes, like you said, you do gotta watch what you post and stuff like that. But man, I just think that's just too steep for somebody posting something without like, because if I was Kyrie, I'd be like, I didn't even post that.
He
I got
said that.
hacked. He
Oh,
said
you said
that?
he wouldn't. Oh, I thought you. Oh, I thought you saying.
I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I was
No.
hacked.
He ain't say that. Nah.
I didn't
I.
know.
I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said I didn't post it just because shit. KD been getting flack for having a burner account for forever. So like, I just wouldn't. I just feel like he just should have. He shouldn't have when he was talking to the media, he was kind of like flip-floppy with his stance because like at one point he was saying like, oh, I don't want to go in all this, I don't have this type of pull, and then the next minute he was like talking about all the people that he have behind him, and then he was talking, and then 1 second he'd be saying like I respect everybody's walk of life, but and then he was like, so I'm not trying to get into all that. And then it was like, well, what's your thoughts on this and that? And then he got into like slavery and like how, the impact of slavery in America and all that stuff. And I was like, bro, you just gotta not engage in the whole conversation. You should have just said, like, in general, like, listen, you should have just been honest, really, he just should have been honest, like, I didn't watch the whole thing. I got a brief summary of it, so I thought it might be a good watch for everybody. I wasn't even telling people to watch it, but I just, hey, people that know me, this is something I'm taking a look at, let's have a discussion. But at the end of the day, like, I don't promote no hate towards nobody.
Right.
And then that been it. And then every other question, like, listen, I don't have nothing else to say about that. We can talk basketball, we could talk anything else, but I mean, I feel like my words is being twisted because that's not my intent. I don't want to get into like this whole sorry bag and all that because nothing about I didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say anything. I didn't mean any harm, this and that, and just been done. And I think it wouldn't have got that, but he kind of was like kind of flip flopping on having an opinion and not. And then whenever it was time to like say what you really thought, then he was kind of like moving around. So it kind of almost gave like a little bit of validity to like you don't give a fuck.
But
You
it's
know?
like, are you gonna get a real apology if it's like, all right, you better apologize for what you said or what you did, or else it's like, then at
Yeah,
that
no, that
point
was
I'm
wrong.
like, well, fuck it then. If that's the case because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even given a chance to give a genuine apology. I'm giving a forced apology and it's gonna sound forced and it's gonna
Yeah,
make me look more of a like an asshole for real, for
yeah,
real.
yeah. No, I'm definitely not making no case for him getting suspended. I think the suspension is insane, to be honest. I think any fine would have been insane, honestly, because he didn't say anything specifically. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's just so many ignorant people within all these big organizations and shit. I mean, shit, you see all the shit they had to they suspended dude for 5 games within a few days of finding out all this, right? But then the dude who owned the Phoenix Suns, they had to do a full-on investigation before deciding to like suspend him for a year and then ultimately like pushing towards making him
Right.
sell the team. Like you see how the like you know what I'm saying, the
Like
standard is
with
so
Donald
low.
Sterling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They heard all the comments and people start coming more and
Yeah.
saying more and digging more. But why take all that? Why couldn't he be
Mm-hmm.
suspended indefinitely as soon as y'all heard it?
And those was like his actual words and feelings and
Right.
all that. That
Right.
man who owned the Suns also, they said he was saying racist things. He was assaulting. I mean, not assaulting people, but like being sexually, like verbally abusive and shit like that. Like he was doing all that, and it took y'all a whole investigation to decide what y'all were going to do. And then there's always been these allegations of this dude being racist, and it took y'all this whole time to decide, all right, we're going to suspend him for a year. Kyrie had a post that was just that he posted to his Twitter with no words, no none of that, and y'all automatically give the label of him being anti-Semitic and saying you're getting a 5 game minimum suspension, and you gotta spend 500,000 to put towards an organization and all that, and it's just like, where is the consistency with this? I guess is my question.
There isn't any, and there won't be,
Hmm.
I don't believe.
Then you got, I mean, and like you said, it's just gonna always be an issue whenever you got Jamel Hill who hops on the internet, and I feel like she jumps at every opportunity to shit on black men. I'm sorry, I said it. You got Shaq and Charles Barkley who, look, they said what they said, and I feel like it was easy for them to say because they had a battery in their back. But I don't know, man. I don't
Hey.
even want to stay on that one, man.
Man, forget that, man. I got some funny stuff to talk to y'all about, man. Quick question. Did y'all see dude that got signed to 1017 and then dropped the same day?
The same day, because he said he didn't want to go to Houston. Gucci a hoe for that though, man.
What?
Man, Wizop
What?
Wizop going wherever he want.
Man, hey, he had Pooh Shiesty, man. Pooh Shiesty in federal prison, man. You don't know. You scared to go? Nah, I'm sorry,
So
bro.
he signed the
I'm
people
thinking
that need
about
to go
like
to
I
jail.
get dropped.
I'm just saying, like, dude is acting like he's a part of the Migos or something. Like, that ain't nothing to do with you. Why you can't go get your money?
But it's kind of like known that like if you get big like that, I mean, if you big and you go to a place like Houston, you got to tap in with them same dudes.
He's not
So,
big. He just got signed
yeah,
that day.
exactly. So he ain't already trying to pop up in Houston and already be, you know what I'm saying? They about to drop bro in the gulag. Like that's it. I'm sure he's not trying to do that quick, man.
Man,
Wop a
come
hoe for
on,
that,
man.
man. Wop been talking all this positivity, and then the young man said, "Hey, I don't want to be around none of that bull." And you instantly getting rid of bro. Come on,
Yes.
man. Where? I
Damn,
mean,
I can't. I mean, you can't do your job if you don't show up to work.
Hey,
You get fired, right?
Houston ain't the only circuit he can
Yeah,
do
I'm
his
about
little
to say
killing circuit
Houston.
I
on.
mean,
I'll
it's a
see if that
book.
was
It's
like the main hub, but if you said like
Houston wanted.
Atlanta,
Houston wanted Baby Rex. Baby Rex said no.
yeah,
but
I
baby
don't know.
Rack's talking about shoot it up, bang bang. So you gotta live that. If you
So
talking,
right. So I'm
hey,
confused. What are you doing?
See, here we go again. See,
Guys,
we
we just
I'm
talking
talked
just
about
about
saying.
this. You ain't
we
got to
just
live
left
what you got.
off.
We just talked
Hey,
about this.
See,
hey, I'll tell you
see,
this.
expression. So it's
Hey,
not expression.
hey, look, J. Cole don't talk about that type of stuff. Drum don't talk about that type of stuff. Who we talk about? Like, I don't even think Drake talk. I mean, Drake might play around with it a little bit, but I mean, for real, you know, Drake's
But
not.
that's the
Drake,
thing, that playing
Drake.
around. Bro could be playing around. He's a convincing actor. There's a
Yeah.
lot of rappers that are convincing actors.
right?
He signed Baby Rex for a certain reason,
Man,
and
come on, man. Baby Rax is different, man.
but look though, I'm not even saying on no shoot 'em up, bang bang. You can't go do a show, bro. You're not going to a
But
war
you like,
zone. One
you know,
person.
Gucci
Never know
just,
though.
you know, Gucci cut him off, left it alone. He probably ain't gonna speak. I'm sure it was more to it, right?
He said he wasn't going.
Ah,
Yeah. So he
He
just
said
dropped that nigga and
he
blocked
said
him. Like,
he said
like
Baby
bro,
Rex
that's
was
kind
yesterday
of cold.
he said he is not
Hey, but
1017.
hey, Baby Rax might be on to something. He might know what's going
Hey,
on. Hey, bro,
hey, he not trying to
shit.
go to jail like Pooh Shiesty and all them
Hey,
other
for real.
dudes. Hey,
obviously he ain't trying to go to his shows either.
just not the ones in Houston.
That's too
Imagine
hot.
what that man ain't gonna never book a show in Chicago or California or
If I
New
was a
York.
rapper, I'd probably not be trying to go there either.
They're all the hubs. How you not gonna hit that?
Chicago, Houston, and LA. I'd prefer if I was a rapper, I'd probably stay from all three of them places.
Ain't no
Find you
way
a
you can
little,
do it.
What about if they
find
got
you.
them streams going crazy? Like that's your highest streaming places.
I would do a
I
virtual.
guess if it's
I'll
high
do a
streaming,
virtual
safe.
concert.
I was about to say,
Hey,
Hey, it'll be
Tupac still
very
doing.
safe.
give me a hologram. What y'all
Yeah,
talking about?
right. Tupac still doing holographic concerts. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna be honest with you. I don't think anybody's gonna pay for a hologram Baby Rex concert.
And y'all gotta think, Baby Rax gotta go to a hood club. He
I
ain't
don't
going to
even
no
know who
like
Baby
venue,
Rax is.
right?
I didn't even know what he got a song. What song he got?
I know they wasn't even gonna know he was in Houston. They don't know who he is.
Until they see he got a 1017 chain on.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Nah, he got that
Exactly.
back. He took that chain back.
My bro took that bet. Just like bro said, hey, thank you for that check. The
Bro.
Atlantic said, he said, hey, it's cool.
Hey,
Don't
I done went
worry.
straight. Hey, once he let me go, I done went straight to Atlantic Dome myself and like, hey, I don't need no deal through 1017. Just sign me.
Hey,
Sign
bro,
me on.
they don't want Baby Rax,
Like,
bro.
well, let me tell you something,
Man.
Baby Rex.
They
You don't
got
show up to your show, that money is a no-go. It's over.
Y'all see fake Drake got hit with a cease and desist order from
Yep. He
damn
gotta
for
change his
real.
name. He gotta change his name.
It had the
Hey,
little OVO
hopefully he was
stamp
saving
on
that
it and
money.
everything.
It's that
Hit
Drake ain't that nigga.
Like Drake was fighting
helmet.
fights.
Yeah, he got knocked out.
Yeah, I seen.
Drake
Yeah.
did, fake Drake.
Yeah, Fake Drake got knocked out, man.
I wouldn't even want to do that though. Why are you running around acting like you some other man? Like that shit weird as
Hey, he
hell.
was getting paid bands to take.
I
Hell
mean, I
yeah.
get that. Yeah, I get that. But he really trying to like.
They
I
was
get
taking
it,
him
man.
through the
I get it.
store. He was in Vegas. They was putting covers over his head so they the Fake Drake is
Hey,
Drake.
let's just hope you save some money because if you didn't, you gonna feel lame as hell for the rest of your life.
Bro, he was getting like 8 bands to do walkthroughs, bro.
He
Oh
about to
yeah,
change his name to Fake Drizzy.
Uh-huh. He probably can give him a little chilling circuit with that though. Just
Okay.
off of that gimmick. That's corny as hell, but still.
Yeah, you gotta get your bag, I guess.
Man, y'all see that boy Elon Musk he bought Twitter, and the day he bought Twitter, like the shit it got finalized, the N word with a hard ER was trending. Like literally,
what?
it was literally it was people on Twitter like, oh yeah, because one of the biggest thing with him buying Twitter was like him basically kind of getting rid of the whole like censorship on Twitter.
I didn't know it
Uh,
was.
I didn't know that.
yeah, he was basically saying like he wasn't like he wanted Twitter to be like a free space for people to like kind of be able to promote stuff, and people was getting banned. Like you saw Trump got banned for all the shit that he was saying. So basically, he was saying that it was taking people's freedom of speech. So it's
He
people
definitely buying
like,
that lane.
oh yeah, Elon Musk bought it. I've been waiting to say this. And then they just start saying the N word. Like I'm talking about the word. I think they said I forgot how many times they said the word was said the moment he bought it.
That's crazy. Man.
Like, but this the shit that we talking about. Like that dude by but that ain't trending like that. That trended for like a good hour. But we gonna talk about Kyrie Irving for 6
Yep.
days in a row.
They went
Crazy.
from Kanye to Kyrie.
That's what I was about to say. Kanye got his Twitter back.
Oh, they did.
He going crazy
Oh
as we
my
speak right now because I just looked down at my phone. When y'all get off this, Kanye trending right now again.
I feel
He,
bad
he,
for
he leaking
Kyrie.
text messages. He arguing with Shaq and everything.
I feel bad for Kanye because I feel bad for Kyrie because he getting roped into the same
Yeah,
like shenanigans as
too
Kanye. Like,
close.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that's kind
like
of crazy, ain't it?
yeah,
Like
because
that's why I was gonna say if he would have posted this without this controversy with Kanye, would it have been taken different? Or
I think so.
probably so, yeah. I don't think it probably would have got too much of any information. I mean, too much of
right.
like any real play,
But
but
then think
like
of it,
with
bro.
many
You said
situations.
Kyrie got like a trend.
Mm-hmm.
Can Kyrie post that though? Because
Well, I think people would have still somewhat ignored him, but like I'm telling you, the word anti-Semitism is such a trending word for the last
right.
2-3 weeks. Like I feel like now everybody is like I feel like they trying to rope the word anti-Semitism in the same category as like the N-word. And it's like with a hard R at that. I mean, granted, I know they both are anti whatever, but I don't think people was waking up like really targeting Jews the way people wake up and target black people. But I think they trying to put those whole ideas or whatever on the same platform. Like that's
right.
yeah.
I'm gonna
But
be real. Like a lot of people didn't know what that word meant until 3 weeks ago.
yeah. And
That's
now
what
it's
be crazy about the
I
internet. Like
I'm
I
I'm
still
curious.
don't.
right.
I'm still I'm curious since like the whole Kanye interview, how many times the word anti-Semitic or anti-Semitism has been looked up. I feel like it had to have been, I'm talking about millions of times.
Just had to. Yeah,
I
definitely.
had to literally revisit the word like the dictionary version because I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I
Right.
thought like I mean it's pretty much it's prejudice or hate towards Jewish people
Jews.
too. And
Yeah.
I mean it's a bigger definition for it that kind of covers more a broader spectrum of it, but essentially that's what it is. But to say black people are Jews is not necessarily anti-Semitic if you're being honest. Like, but
But
I
when
guess
you get into like uh the current Jew saying stuff like the current Jews are devils and stuff like that,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
anti-Semitic.
yeah. And then that's what they saying. That's what they saying. It was in that documentary though.
That's what Josh said.
Yeah, that's wild as hell to say. I mean, and I don't mean to laugh, but like if that's what they said, they wilding on that part. But I don't know. I mean, it's not like bro said that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say that. He just because I ain't even. I was
Hey,
about
since
to
we
say.
kind of talking about basketball, what's up with this Westbrook coming off the bench? How y'all feel about that? Y'all like it or don't?
I actually like
I
it for him.
mean, shit. He didn't. This is what his third game now, and they 2-1. So, and he numbers wise, he doing good. So, do that mean they gonna win a title? Absolutely not.
But
Shit,
they can fix their little problems though.
Yeah, I definitely think they good.
LeBron gotta play better. If we being honest, we talk about
Hey,
Westbrook,
Bro
but
right.
said he been
LeBron,
down and out for like
LeBron went 0 for 7 from 3-pointer. He missing cribs. You could tell the age. The age there. You can't beat that.
well, he said he had an
yeah,
illness.
I ain't trying to hear that. I mean, like, yeah, they did say he was sick this last
This
game,
last
but I
game, he
mean,
said he had
he
been
been shooting
bedridden.
horribly all season though.
He's shooting like
And
20-something% from 3.
yeah, the thing is with LeBron, one, he's shooting way the last couple years he been shooting way too many threes. But he don't understand, like, and I think it's just, sometimes he just so athletic, bro. Can he just used to being able to do whatever the fuck he want. Like his ability to shoot the three in the past was really based off of people guarding him a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because people was so scared that he was gonna fucking attack the lane
Right.
that he was getting a lot of like unpressured threes or whatever. And now like people playing him kind of straight up because like you're not really gonna go to rack like that and you're not that great of a shooter. So they giving him just as enough space to shoot it, but they not laying back on it to where it's like he can really get comfortable with it. So he gotta go back to attacking the rack, even if he don't, and he gotta see if it's gonna work. And that's the thing. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Same with Westbrook. He started attacking and he started killing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We do not want no threes from you.
Yeah.
Because
Somebody that my bad. What's you say?
the thing with having LeBron on the court with Westbrook, LeBron gotta have that ball in his hand too. He ball
Mm-hmm.
dominant. You can't have two of them. And they need some shooters, man.
Yeah.
Definitely need some shooters.
Oh boy, been kind of killing no Lonnie Walker. He
Yeah,
ain't
he been
shooting worth
hooping.
shit, but
Right.
Matt Ryan, little Matty Ice, he finally done started hitting some
Yes.
shots. Little Reeves, he ain't really been hitting like he was hitting last year, but I think his shit will probably go up with him being on the second unit with Westbrook. So they just I think they need like one more like pure shooter.
And
So
Pat Bev, I like your energy, bro. But quit shooting them shots.
yeah,
Come
Pat
on, man.
Bev, I like your energy, but you gotta stop being buns. He been buns this year.
Oh man, terrible.
Everybody on Westbrook, but if you look at Pat Bev, he has
Oh
been
yeah.
That
his
nigga
boy been
probably scored like 4 points in 8 games.
yeah, that
Seriously.
boy been buns. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Like, but yeah, man. And then the last thing y'all see that man, Jalen Rose, sister. Did y'all see that situation? So Jalen Rose moms had passed or whatever. And
I think we talked
yeah,
about that.
did we talk
Yeah,
about
in the
Yeah.
last one.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. I just wanted to see. I just want
I
to see
thought
what
you
niggas
bringing
had.
an update. I'm about to say, oh, man.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
I thought
no.
you was about to tell us something. What the hold
Oh,
on,
you
hold
know
on.
what?
Let me find
I
out.
don't think we put that episode out though, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
you.
No, it's all good. We don't got to do that. Last question in. I wanted to hold this question, or no, I think I asked y'all this too. The whole thing about if your girl went to All Star Weekend.
Yes.
Did I asked that. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Cut it. Cut it.
All right. Well, that's it then. I ain't got shit else, man.
Gonna wrap it up.
Yes, sir.
Bet that.
For sure, man. Back at it, man.
Yeah. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all tap in, man.
Like,
Hell
comment,
yeah.
subscribe, share, all that.
For sure.
For
For
sure.
sure.
All right.